Now, I do realize you're a little far away, but this is Comic-Con Midlands, presented by Monopoly Events. It's our first time at the NEC. So I'm going to ask you one more time, Birmingham, how you feeling? All right, welcome to the main stage, our celebrity Q&A panels that are very interactive. If you're just joining us, I'm going to ask a few questions to our stars up here, and then this microphone, take a look at that. We're going to have you guys ask questions to our celebrities today as part of an interactive live Q&A panel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our first celebrity guest. Give it up for Emma, everybody. Yes! That is the queen of Monopoly right there. We have our first star-studded guest. Please welcome the amazing Paul Anderson! Let's hear it for Paul Anderson, Birmingham. Come on, let's get rowdy. Here we are. Welcome, Paul Anderson. Here he is, everybody. Good. We've got a rowdy bunch for you here, Paul. We are gonna.
All right, guys. Get fucking me natural. Get one of me natural.
We're doing selfies now.
No, just looking natural, you know what I mean? It's like... What's that?
We're going to get a selfie at the end of this as well. I think we need all of you guys for the selfie, so get ready for that at the end of the panel. And we're going to start with a few questions from me, and then we're going to make it interactive here on stage with Paul Anderson. First of all, you look amazing. How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good.
Well, we are kicking things off. You're our first guest here at Comic-Con Midlands. The first time we've ever been to Birmingham NEC. Paul, what's your favorite part of a Comic-Con experience? What's your favorite part of meeting all of your fans?
Well, that's like, you just answered the question. What's the favourite part? Is meeting my fans. That's the favourite part. Apart from, I just walk past a few little stalls back there and they're selling I don't know if they're selling them, but there's opportunities to get little toys and things that I used to love playing with toys when I was little, and I just saw like G.I. Joe and Action Man and all these little figures and stuff. So I want to check those out. Yeah.
Well, you're so busy meeting all of your fans, but there's so much to see here at Comic-Con, from our vendors to the toys to the video games. You mentioned liking G.I. Joe when you were a kid. Who were your other heroes as a kid growing up that you looked up to?
Alan Clark. No, he's a filmmaker. He's from Liverpool. He died very young and unknown. He won no awards. He got no recognition for some of the most amazing art ever put onto film. So I suggest some who don't know him, please check him out. And then when it comes to what do you call them? Heroes. Yeah. Nah, I wasn't really an hero man myself. I was more. I looked up to like good-looking girls and honestly I did, and friends, but people I knew from my area that were like a little bit sort of they were kind of within my small insular sort of upbringing and the place where I'm from. They were really well known and really like cool to me, and all they actually were career criminals and quite charismatic in their own way. But this was when you got to remember I was like 6 or 7. I'd never been out of South London, and when I did, I wore a spacesuit. It was like being on another planet. When I went to the West End, which is like sort of West London. You guys would know it as you know London, right? So it's like Piccadilly Circus and Leicester Square, and that's Oxford Street. I'd visit like those sort of places of the weekend, and it would literally be like going away somewhere, like somewhere exotic and very different from the area that I grew up in.
Well, of course, we have to talk about Peaky Blinders, right? What an amazing program, Peaky Blinders. I'm sure we're all fans. I certainly am. But I'd love to know how the role of Arthur Shelby came to you.
Yeah, like it comes to every actor in this whole building, and hopefully some people out there that dream to be an actor one day. Like, you know, you know what? It's the best part of being an actor. It's the best part of it, and Peaky was no different. It was like, although when I got the script, I was like, I really did, just from that title, I had no idea what it was. Like, normally in a film, it's like, it's called like, man walks into a bank with a gun. It's about a bank robber. You know what I mean? It don't take a lot of working out. But this was, this was called Peaky Blinders, and I googled it. And am I on the mic? I'm on the mic here. No, because I've always wanted to be a front man in a band. So let me just test that. I've always wanted to be a singer in a band, So it comes out, I've got the baritone voice, you know what I mean? Or I can talk like American. Maybe I speak like that, like I say, 44, control that. You're allowed to swear on this shit. I don't know. Like those two girls right there, like I'm gonna go over there and say hi. Work with me, work with me, work with me.
You've got your full concert moment right now.
Okay, sorry.
Why not? We told you had a rowdy crowd here. You might as well serenade us with a song. There you go.
But how great would it be though to be a singer in a band? I recently went to Glastonbury, the weekend, and saw some of my friends play, and to 150,000 people, and they were singing, you know what I mean? And then when they do that bit and they sing and they go, and everyone sings back, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to try it. Because I don't know what to say that you would say back. I'm not going to do the obvious, you know what I mean? By order of the...
Peaky Blinders!
Yeah, I know, but it's not... we're probably about 100,000 too short for that move. Maybe I'll jump down and we'll do it one-to-one or something like that. That'll be better, I think. But no, I digress. I can very much just. Do you want to take a photo? Just get one of me natural. Just sort of
Get his good side. Here we go.
get me natural, but just I'm talking, but I'm sort of look.
There's a Christmas card. Thank you, Pete. Give it up for our photographers over here. Yes.
Oh yeah.
What do you say we take a few questions from the audience? You guys would like to talk to Paul Anderson? The microphone is right there. Hello, General.
I hope you would. I'm deeply insecure, so it'd be very nice if you could say.
Don't be shy. First panel of the day. I knew we would have some questions. Just come on up to the microphone here. Feel free to introduce yourself. Hi there.
Hi Paul, I'm Georgia.
Hey Georgia.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
I'm right, thank you. Yeah, I'm a bit short. I was actually an essay on series 4 of Peaky, and it was without a doubt the best production that I've been on. So,
Thank you.
I did actually meet you on set, but that's another story.
Don't worry about that. I don't remember.
Funny that.
You sure?
I did. I got the photo to prove it. Anyway.
I do remember, believe me.
My question is, I don't know if you're going to be able to answer, but what is
Don't be too. There's children here, let's keep it in.
Yeah, including mine.
Exactly.
What is your favourite memory from Peaky? What's your favourite scene that you filmed?
Do you know what? There was so many, right? My answer is really simple. It doesn't change. The answer doesn't change. It's the last scene I did. It was in season 6 with Tommy, Killian and I, when he's in his office, and he tells me that he doesn't have tuberculosis, and I and I don't know, because that scene was basically improvised.
Oh,
We really didn't. We knew it was going to be our last. I think we had two more to do after that, but they weren't as meaningful or as profound as that. So basically, the moment when I go over to his chair and I kick his chair, get on your feet, and that was supposed to be just like. I stand up and I'm pissed with him, you know what I mean? I do want him to get up, and I do want him to I do want to confront him, but there's me, like, I've got an idea. I love that one. That's the great thing about acting, by the way. It can happen like that, very spontaneous. And so, yeah, that scene I remember loving so much. And it was, I mean, don't get me wrong, Stephen and I wrote the whole thing. I mean, every word that was said is accredited to Stephen, and it was his vision to have me and Tommy confront, that lie like that, and his whole lie basically. But it's what it meant. You see, and I'm going to answer this in depth slightly, but when you do a show like that for so long, and you come to the final season, like we played brothers, and we spoke about this. Killian and I played brothers for 10 years. 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, and so it was really sad. It was a sad sort of period of filming, and one that I'd never experienced before. So that moment, and especially when I hugged him at the end, because what I'd done was, I don't know if you remember it. I remember it well. You know, what I mean, like every movie, every film I love, I can recite word for word. I ain't being funny. Just like music, I can recite movies, my favourite movies. I know them verbatim, word for word. And that scene, I remember, and I basically looked up at the photograph of John, and I raised my glass to it, and it was a sort of, it was a sort of goodbye to Joe, and goodbye to Killian, and that was the last time I see him.
Love that. Great answer. Thank you so much for that great question. We'd love to hear the behind the scenes. I would never have known that was all improvised. Very cool. We've got another question right here. Hello there.
Hello, I'm Emily. I wanted to know, out of all the quotes that you said in Peaky Blinders...
Great look, Emily, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Out of all the quotes.
Lower the mic. Thank you.
Out of all the quotes, what did you like?
What was your favourite quote that, touched to you?
What was my favourite quote? That's a great question, because it weren't necessarily my own. Although really, when I think about it, it was probably my own. Do you know what I mean, though? Who looks at other people's lines and goes, "God, that's a better line than mine." No. It's how you deliver it, right? But we all have a lot of good lines. But I think I love Tom Hardy's, but I've always loved Tom's delivery. I've always loved I've always loved Tom's interpretation of text and what he can do with nothing. in my opinion, like he's this country's best export, you know, and in terms of an actor, and and I think it was one of Tom's lines really. I can't remember exactly what one. I think it was one of his. I know the scene that we did together, me and Tom. That was another period. That was another time where we improvised. We did that mainly. It was just an improvised scene. You know, he really upset. He really pissed me off. He can be really. He's a real actor, Tom.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't mess around. He doesn't know how to act. He doesn't act, and that can be intimidating to some people, and that can be very sort of like, you know, quite sort of quite unnerving, like, you know, especially when you're just starting out, or, you know, I mean, I wasn't fortunately, but like, you know, he'd been around a lot longer than me, and I remember he said a line, and I was like, what? You know, I was like, I looked down at the script, and I'm like, that ain't in the script. And then, like, you know, but I see what he was doing. He was, you know, trying to pushing me and getting the most out of me and getting the most out of my performance. And so there was a moment there, and we both used it. So this is one for Tom, one for me. The answer to your question is that when I went out the room after he played around, he messed around with me, right? He messed around with me in that scene. He basically said, I'll try, and I won't swear, but...
Go on.
He said it in a lot of other films as well. If you listen out for it, he said it in a lot. I won't tell you why, because, you know, that's for Tom to tell you, but he said, if you don't know, you don't fucking know, do you? Right? And it was really like, it was really personal. I found it really personal, you know, like, it sort of felt like, I remember thinking, is he talking to me, or is he talking to, is he saying, well, I'm unintelligent, I'm not an intelligent actor, or, you know, because there are intelligent actors and there are unintelligent actors, and there are good and bad, you know, there's no wrong or right in acting.
Well, you're definitely good, so don't doubt that.
Thank you so much. The word basically, the line was shalom. That's one that springs to mind, like, you know, one of many, but when I went out the room and I went back in, I said to the actor with me who played Billy, I said, look, I tell you what, just follow me, Bill, this is what we're going to do. And it wasn't written. I walked back in the room and he went, Arthur, hello. And I was like, hello, Raj. I was like, oh, you know, a while since I've hung out with Arthur. Actually, I've forgotten what it sounds like. But basically, yeah, there he was, Alfie, and he's like, Arthur. You know, and I went, Alfie, Solomons, me, Mr. Solomon, may I say, right, may I say, and I say this to all of you, and I looked at all of the guys with him, right, you know, and I thought it was something typical sort of Arthur, a line that he would say, and I said, well, let me just say, shalom to all of you, and I could see in his eye, like, he looked at me as if to say, what? Like, it wasn't scripted, and, you know, it was just, you know, I don't know whether at dinner that night we spoke about it, and he said that nobody's ever done anything like that to him again or since, actually. So that meant a lot to me, that. That answers your question.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Well, we know you've got to get back to your photo ops area because all of your adoring fans want to meet and greet you today. But what do you say we finalize this lovely interview with a selfie starring all of you guys in the audience? Do you guys want to come up for a selfie with Paul Anderson? Let's do it. Who is going to take this selfie for us is the question.
I'll take it.
We need you to be the star. Here we go, everybody. In fact, I'm not sure if you're cosplaying or you just look very dapper. I don't know. You guys look great. Let's do a selfie here. You want to come on the stage with us? Here we go.
I can tell I'm in Birmingham. Because everyone looks really good, you know.
They're a good-looking crowd, yes.
Yeah, really,
Make sure you get in this.
great looking girls and the guys are very smart, you know what I mean? And you know, just like, yeah, no, there's a class about this comic. What do you call it?
Con.
Why do they call it con?
It's a con.
It ain't a con, is it? There's no con about it. You know what I mean?
All right, we're going to count you down.
We're all here cracking away. Right, now.
All right.
We'll just move this.
Okay, if you turn around, we're going to count you down. Do we want a video or a photo?
My manager
Photo?
worries about me. She woke up this
Here
morning.
we go.
7 o'clock this morning.
Look,
Don't worry. Hold up.
turn around. We're going to do it this way.
No. I'm doing things different. Oh, you know what I mean?
There we go. All right, now we got a good shot. All right, we're going to have you guys throw your arms up.
So we're just going to take a picture of me. No, she's going to give it all out like.
It's a photo shoot moment.
Bang.
All right, if you turn around, Paul, we're going to do this in...
Don't you worry. You ain't got to tell me more than once. I'm jumping down.
All right, we'll count you down. We want your arms up. Oh, hang on. There we go. Perfect. Arms up in 3, 2,
Terrible
1.
picture. Right.
Yay!
Fuck the Peaky Blinders.
Make some noise, everybody. We got you on video in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Awesome. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Paul Anderson. Peaky Blinders legend, one of the acting greats right here in Birmingham. Thank you, Paul, so much. Don't worry, guys, you're going to have a chance to meet Paul in our celebrity area. He's heading over to his photo opportunities. And coming up next, we have Tyler Hoechlin. Superman is in the building, and he's making his way to the main stage. Also from Arrow and WWE, my kind of guy. Stephen Amell will also be here in just